have. I know I've had a marvelous day. It's really pleasant. It's about 72, 73 degrees here in Southern California, though we do need water. We have a great recipe today. We're going to celebrate Halloween, and we're going to have some real fun with one of the funniest, nicest, prettiest persons I know. And that's Liberty Forrest and Witchy as we celebrate Halloween here on Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner. Lots of things are happening here at Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner. We enjoy presenting to you each week. And one of the things that I really like about doing this show is, obviously, I love to cook. More than that, I love to eat. Yeah, well, you can't see that. And even more than that, I love talking to people about food and learning about food. And we have a really interesting woman that we're going to be talking to. She's been on before. We're going to bring in Liberty Forrest first, and we're going to say hi to Liberty. Hello, Liberty.
Hello. How are you, my friend?
I am fine. Now, the last time Liberty and Witchy, who will be with us in just a couple of moments, was on, they were in England. And so now they're in Canada. And I think you're just about an hour ahead of us. You're in, what part of Canada are you in?
Calgary again.
Calgary again. That's hometown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not only is Liberty a writer, an editor, she's also a homeopathic, I'm going to call you a physician, but I don't know if that's right. You are, right? I called her the other day and I said, hey, what can I take for? And she told me what to do. So if you have any comments or questions about homeopathy, you can ask them right now. I don't know if we'll get the answers, but we'll certainly try. We're going to make something. I'm going to read this directly. This is tomato coconut lentil curry with spinach. And this is a slightly revised recipe by Desiree Nielsen, who's a friend of yours, I think, Liberty, right? You know Desiree?
Well, my daughter Willow has been working for Desiree for the past few years and helping her with developing recipes and creating a cookbook or two. And yeah, I don't know Desiree myself, but it's through my daughter.
Well, Desiree, you're invited to come and cook with me, okay? And just like Liberty, you get to boss me around here in the kitchen. We're gonna start. I'm gonna go over here to our cooking area, and we'll say goodbye to Liberty for a moment. I'm gonna turn on our pan, and I should say that today's recipe is vegan. Okay, and we're going to start this now so I can, and I'm going to put in some coconut oil.
Heidi's saying hi from Louisville.
Oh, Heidi is saying hi from Kentucky. And I'm going to heat this oil up. May need a little bit more, we'll see. Actually, I'm going to put a drop more in. We have a lot of onions in there to go in here. Okay, I'm going to heat that up. And what we're going to, Neil Grace, the ultimate cure for all woes is love of self and love of life and great food. Yes, Neil, thank you very much. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you watching. You're having some audio issues. You can't hear me?
Make sure everybody can hear.
Let me know, because it sounds good on our side, okay? Let us know. I'll see if we can make any adjustments. I'm going to start by, let's bring out Witchy right now. And she'll come in. I'm going to move over so Witchy can be here. Nope. Up. Sounds going in and out. Well, we'll have to live with it. There's Witchy. Hello, Witchy.
Hello, my friend. It is so good to see you again. It's been a long time. Did you miss me, darling?
I did. I did. How was your flight over from England to Canada? Did you like that?
Oh boy, it was so good I did not have to use my arms. I mean, I did not know there was flying without brooms. And of course, we know what happened to my broom. Terrible story, poor thing.
Yes, I remember. You used to eat meat, but now you're a vegan witch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yes, there was that terrible secret trauma in the Transylvania forest that forced me to become vegan. And now, with no eye of newt or bat wings or any of that, all my spells have gone wonky. It's terrible, all the bad things that happened. And so, you know, yeah, I have to be vegan now. But I am learning. It is okay. But I
And if
wouldn't give what I wouldn't give for a bit of braised bat.
but is it that you don't like it or it doesn't agree with you anymore?
Oh, no, no. I had a secret trauma. I will never discuss it. It was so traumatic. And because of
Ah.
it, I had to become vegan.
Well, Witchy, maybe we'll talk to you later. We're going to bring Liberty in just a second. I'm going to go back and check our pot here. It is heating up. I'm going to add onions. Okay. Oh yes. Get rid of Big Witchy. And this is yeah. I'll let you figure it out, Carol. Go up to the top. Down that one. Okay, get rid of it. All right. Go to the pot, please. And we are at the pot. We're going to add onions. That's coconut oil in there, and it's hot. And Liberty, if you could talk me through this while
Sure.
that's,
Make them all lovely and golden, a little bit of saute, make them kind of soft.
and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, a lot of chefs like to dice their garlic. I don't. I find that if I crush it, and we're going to come here to our table, if I crush the garlic, and one of the additions I made to this recipe is a couple of extra cloves because I am a garlic fiend. And with Halloween, I want to keep the vampires away.
So
But I
does
like
Witch.
witches too.
Well,
Didn't know.
Witchy in particular with that, pinhead ex-boyfriend of hers that she always talks about. So, yeah, you'll have to ask her about that.
All right, I will. Um, if somebody wants to follow the adventures of Witchy, can they go to libertyforest.com or is there a special place for that?
No, they go to, she does her own thing. She has her own website, thewitchyone.com.
Thewitchyone.com. All right,
With
I'm going to add the
page too.
I'm going to add the garlic right now.
Good plan. And I'm with you. I would add extra.
Oh, Heidi says, by the way, instead of eye of newt, you need eye of potato, ear of corn, and head of lettuce.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Heidi. And I'm going to stir that up there. Now, coconut oil is really a healthy oil,
It really would.
right?
It sure is.
Okay. Oh, that smells so good. I'm going to keep that there just in case.
I'm going to throw in a little comment, if I may, about Desiree Nielsen, whose recipe
Sure.
this. She's a registered dietitian. I thought I should mention that bit. So all the recipes you get with her are super healthful.
And this is an easy thing. You basically throw everything into the pot and it's done. We've got Tom Martin. We'll guess we're keeping all the newts in Washington tonight. Oh, actually, there's one newt we could get rid of. All right, politically. Anyway, John Harper says hello from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Tom Martin is in Connecticut. Boy, we got all kinds of people here tonight from around the country, and we appreciate that a lot. All right, we're going to throw in, I think, let's take a look. You think we're sauteed enough, Liberty?
Oh yeah, you could be okay there. We throw in the garlic and the spices. You got to chuck those in too for a couple of minutes. Add the other things.
So I'm going to add, doesn't matter which order. I've got some turmeric that I'm adding.
Mm-hmm.
Going to add some cumin seed. And I love cumin.
I do too. Except, it does kind of smell a little bit like sweaty socks. But it's so good when you mix it with everything.
No,
yeah, it does.
I can never eat it again.
Yes, you can.
We're going to add some turmeric. Curry powder. Where's that? Here we have some curry powder. And I would have thought that we were adding more, but this is just a light touch of curry powder. There we go.
Well, the recipe says a tablespoon, and it's actually the most of any of the ingredients in terms of the spices. The rest are all like teaspoons.
Right. I'll leave that there. And we're going to add some coriander.
Oh, that's another addition that isn't on the original recipe, but I love coriander too, so I'd probably do it.
And then mustard seed. I cook with mustard seed a lot. My jar is falling apart.
Oops.
Oops. How much of that? Just a teaspoon. All right, good. I'm going to add a touch more oil. There. And I'm going to stir this up. This is making almost like a roux.
Have you got some garam masala as well?
Yes. That was next.
Love that stuff.
Yeah. No, that's really good too. Stir that into it. What else do we have to go in here? Turmeric. I think we've got all the spices in here. And I have
just
some.
A couple of minutes, and then you can throw in the rest.
Oh, okay. Well, it's actually looking pretty good. I'm going to add a little bit more oil here. As I said, it's almost like a roux for thickening. I think we go to the next step.
Just don't let the spices are too raw, so that's good. Give them a little bit of a toast.
Oh, okay. That will do that. Oh, we can prepare our limes. When I do limes, let me show you what I do before I cut them. I roll it like this.
Yeah, you get way more juice that way.
Yes. And sometimes limes are dry, especially if they've been hanging around. Now, we need some lime peel, and I don't know if I can do a whole 2-inch slice. I guess I did.
Hey, well done.
Oh, hey, thank you. And I'm going to cut these in half. And we're going to leave these right here for now because we're going to add that at the very end of the cooking. Okay? Can I add the lime peel in?
Throw all the rest in. You should be good now.
Oh, okay. So we'll do that. I'm going to add coconut milk.
Yum. So good.
Yum. Yes. I'm going to stir that around. Now, I've got organic crushed tomatoes.
Nice.
And I really like crushed tomatoes.
Give you a different texture because it says diced, but I like
Yes.
that crushed. I usually add crushed over diced anyway because I like that thicker, richer flavor.
Right.
So good choice. No offense, Desiree.
And then I wanted to talk about the lentils a second. The recipe calls for 2 cans of drained lentils, and I couldn't find cans of lentils. I don't know why. Actually, I couldn't find a lot of crushed tomatoes, or organic crushed tomatoes. I did get a can of Organics, which is the brand for Albertsons, Pavilions, Safeway, nationwide. And I've done a lot of work with them over the last couple of years. But I found some lentils at Trader Joe's today. These are steamed, they were vacuum packed, and they're ready to eat right out of the package. And they do have some seasoning in it. Very light, very good. This is
Sounds
so
good.
easy that anybody can make this. It's really good. So should I add the lentils in?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be really careful here. This is almost 2 pounds of lentils.
That's a lot of lentils. That's way more than I think you need.
Oh, stop.
We'll
That's
be
going
eating
to.
this for a month. Well, the
Yeah.
cans, the reason I use this much is because the cans are, something fell down and went boom. The cans are a pound each and so this is just over that. All right, I'm stirring this around.
Well, when you have the canned lentils, they're usually, well, you drain them so it's a bit less, but doesn't matter. Again, it's one of those things where you can play with it all you want and you're still going to get a good result. So it's not, it doesn't really matter.
Right. And I'm breaking up the lentils. They're hard packed. This smells really good. I'm going to turn this up. We
This
do
is the
want
hard
it to boil.
on or watching your show is this is the part where I wish I was there.
Yes. Well, thank you. We wish you were here. We're going to be adding some spinach at the very end. Oops. You know what I see? I see some clumps.
And you also need to add some salt and then maybe cover it to let it get hot.
Okay.
And then
So that's going to cook for a while, and we'll cover it. I'll add a dash of salt. I don't cook with a lot of salt. My mom never did. And while I do like salty foods, I mean, canned anchovies, oh my. I really, really like that. Carol, bring up Tom Martin's sweaty socks comment, because do you include that phrase in the restaurant review? Yes. I was telling Tom earlier today that I once did a restaurant review and I said their chicken was older than my grandmother, who had been dead for 15 years at that time. Okay. It was not good. All right, I added a little bit of salt. I'm stirring this up. Okay. And I think, other than the last couple of minutes, we're done. So Carol, if you'll keep track while we're talking, I'm going to go back to Witchy in a minute, and we'll talk to her. We'll see what's going on with Witchy, and we'll ask Liberty to hold on. So hold on, Liberty, and Carol, if you could bring Witchy back. Nope, one above. There you go. No. All right, excuse me. Hey, Witchy, how are you?
Hello, hello. Did you miss me? I still missed you. I always miss you.
I miss you too. Um, Tell us a little bit about your boyfriend. And
Oh,
I guess like all of us, ah, um, give me 1 second here just to collect myself and say welcome to Mark Alyn Cooks. I'm being reminded to do that. We're on every Wednesday at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then if you can't watch us live like we are now, you can always catch us by going to facebook.com/Mark Alyn Cooks or YouTube. YouTube at Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner. We're also on Twitter at Late Night Health. And I just watched that the other day. I couldn't believe it. Thank you, John, for reminding me. Tell us about your boyfriend.
he is my ex-boyfriend.
Ah,
He's terrible. He's the very beautiful, handsome Vladimir the Vampire, 712 years old. I know, what was I thinking? A much younger man. And of course, he was always flirting with all the younger witches. And then, of course, when all my spells were going wonky and everyone was making fun of me in the forest, all my witch friends were laughing at me. It was so humiliating. And then he dumped me. He said he couldn't stand my vegan breath because he is a carnivore and he relies on blood. But I know it was because of the witches. It was not my vegan breath. Pinhead.
Witchy, hold on. I'm going to take a look back here at the pot.
Oh, I hope you love this recipe. It is one of my favorites. I picked it specially for you.
We love lentils. There used to be a German restaurant that had a lentil salad with a vinaigrette. It was absolutely fabulous. This is cooking really well and nicely. We've got it heated up. We really appreciate your watching, by the way, and would like you to share us with your friends and neighbors, family. One of the things that we're trying to do is getting people, especially guys and gals who are, say, 50 plus. Maybe you're alone. Maybe your meals are frozen. Maybe your meals are takeout every night. Try something in the kitchen. It's so easy to do. In this particular recipe, all we had to do was open up a couple of cans of product, of tomatoes and coconut milk. We chopped some onions. We did a couple of things with, we crushed some garlic. It's really easy peasy, okay?
I don't know. Tell that to the fire department because I am still trying to learn how to cook without my magic and it is not going well.
It's not? Are you burning pots?
Well, let's just say the fire department, they are on my speed dial and they have forced me to take cooking lessons. Also not going well.
Oh,
But
I'm
I
so
can make this
sorry.
soup. I did make this soup. I did that. Sure I did.
Have you made this recipe?
Yes, I did. I had some help though with the chopping. That doesn't go too well. I cut myself a lot.
Oh, no. And Vladimir, right, is not around to suck your blood if you cut
Oh,
yourself.
yes. He is back in the Transylvania forest where he can stay for the rest of his miserable life.
If he's over 700 years, I know you're not supposed to ask women this question, but
So
how old are
don't.
you?
Oh, I cannot believe you. A lady never tells her centuries.
Okay, Witchy, thank you. Let's bring Liberty back, and we'll say goodbye to Witchy for right now.
My friend, I hope to see you again soon. I am kissing you.
Mwah, back to you. And we'll bring Liberty in. Liberty, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing great. This smells very nice. You're also, as we mentioned at the top, a homeopathic physician.
Well,
What
yeah,
is a homeopath? What does a homeopath do?
well, when you said before about got this problem, what do I take? That's so not homeopathy. There's a very rare time when we have an answer for a specific symptom or a couple of symptoms. But generally speaking, the whole point of it is to take the whole picture of a person, the mental, emotional, and physical makeup of a patient, and then you find one remedy that covers all of that. There will always be a central theme running through that person's life. And we look at whatever that main issue is, that common thing that's creating the symptoms. And when you find a remedy that fits the whole picture, then the symptoms disappear. And homeopathy is so, or the word homeopathic is so often misused. People think it means holistic. It is holistic, but it is its own science. So people say, oh yeah, I use homeopathy, I take herbs. No. It has nothing to do with herbs. A lot of the remedies might be made from herbs, but also from minerals and chemicals and diseased tissue. We even have remedies made from dolphin milk and dog milk.
Dolphin milk and dog. I don't want to be in those dairies. What a lot of people don't know is that there's actually a homeopathic Bible, if you will, of remedies that's published here in the United States every year, and it's I guess a companion to the physician's reference desk. And you didn't know about this?
Well, it depends. I mean, I know about lots of books that are like that, so I don't know
Right.
which one you're talking about.
Yeah, this one's it's the official one here in the United States. And I have to mention again that from Calgary, Canada, is where we're coming from tonight with Liberty. I'm here in Southern California, in Ventura County, California. All right, let's go back, take a look at our curry. Oh, all right.
That's
We're
looking
boiling.
for the spinach. Delish.
What would you serve with this? I'll tell you what I plan to serve with this, but what would you serve with this?
I would just eat it as it is. I might cook some grains on the side. I love barley. I love basmati rice, but I'm not a big carb eater, so I might even just have a piece of toast or something. But I generally would just eat it as it is because I just not a carb.
Got it. I'm going to make a salad. I'm going to turn this down, a butter lettuce. I'm going to make a tarragon dressing with it. And then I think we're going to have sourdough garlic bread, Carol, or just sourdough?
Just sourdough. Sourdough.
Just sourdough. So that's what we'll have for dinner tonight. I'm going to turn that off. And now it's the time. Oh, before I do that, the
You
spinach.
got to add the spinach and the lime juice. But add the lime juice because you can stir it in better.
Which do I do first? I'm sorry.
Add lime juice so you can stir it in better, and then add the spinach.
No. I love my juicer. Okay. And let's see if we can do that.
Recipe says a couple tablespoons, but again, use your judgment, whatever you like.
I'm going to do a whole lime.
That sounds good.
There we go. And now I'll stir that up. Now we just want to put the spinach into wilt, right?
Yep. Yep. Just throw it in, put the lid on, give it a minute or so, and it'll wilt really quickly.
Now the recipe calls, by the way, I think I'm only going to use one bag. This will wilt up quickly. I'm going to stir that in.
Gosh, that looks so good.
It smells terrific. What a great recipe. Will this freeze?
Sure will. The spinach, well, of course, even if you recook it, it's going to come out kind of wilty, but yeah, there's nothing in there that doesn't freeze.
All right.
You made enough, it's going to be dinner, right? You'll be eating it for weeks.
Yes. Yes, I will. So I'm going to cover that up. All right. In just a moment, I don't think we'll add, Carol, should we add the second bag or save it?
Maybe a little bit of it.
All right. A little bit of it, Carol says. Oh, it's already wilted. Look how pretty that is.
Beautiful.
By the way, cleanup on this is pretty simple too.
Yep.
All right, we'll do
Doesn't
that.
get any easier than this to make a nice meal and a healthful meal.
Right. Lentils, I think, have protein in it.
They do.
Let's see. This says protein 10 grams per half cup. 10 grams of protein per half cup of lentils. Okay. I'm going to give it one more stir.
If only
Okay.
Witchy could still fly her broom, the two of us would be there in a heartbeat.
I'll bet.
But that
Listen,
did not after the spells went wonky, so, no more broom.
I'm gonna.
Neil Graves is saying spinach also has protein.
Spinach also has protein. I didn't know that. Well, let's come back to our table, and we're almost done. Does that look good?
That looks
Now,
wonderful.
this is really hot. And as I've said, I've learned that when you're cooking, okay, on camera, and things are hot, you got to let them cool a little bit, or you end up doing the hot tongue dance. And I don't want to do the hot tongue dance because then I won't be able to talk for a week.
Here's a little trick that I use. It sort of does double duty. One is to
Right.
cool it down so you can eat it, but the other is to add some yummy creaminess. To dishes like that, I add a good dollop or two of plain fat-free yogurt.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We could do that. Well, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to taste this now. It is hot. All right, here we go.
Here.
Oh, Heidi says it looks completely yummy.
That's a great comment, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi. All right, here we go. It's amazing. I know it's your, Desiree's recipe, but I do like my own cooking. I do.
Tell us how you really feel, Mark.
No, Carol's going to love it.
That's good.
Now, a couple of things about it as we're wrapping up. One more taste. You can spice this up. You can sweeten it up. You can do a variety of things. I might add a little bit of sugar, maybe even a little cayenne.
Yeah, you could throw in some chili flakes or
Chili
anything.
flakes in it. Yeah.
Hot Yes, yeah.
It's really terrific. All right, let's bring how to reach Liberty back up, please. And yep. Nope. Go in. One more. There. There you go. So if you want to reach out to Liberty, you can go to libertyforest.com. She's written, you've got I know you have a science fiction novel out, because I've read that.
No.
Fantasy?
No.
What was that? It's been a long
Paranormal.
time. Paranormal.
You know, I'm the tarot reader and the psychic, and I do all that stuff. That's my kind of main thing. So yeah, it's spiritual, psychic, creepy, spooky kind of stuff.
Is Halloween special to you then?
No, I mean, spiritually, yes, but all the door-to-door candy misery, that stuff, no, I don't bother with that stuff, or parties and things. But spiritually speaking, it is significant, because that is the time when they say the veil is thinnest between the two worlds. And because I'm a medium and I connect with spirits anyway, and have been since I was a kid, it's I probably don't notice it as much as some might, but it's a great time to honor our ancestors, honor all our family and friends, our loved ones who are in spirit, and to take that time on Halloween to acknowledge them and speak to them and remember them. So often on an altar, you might find photos or things that remind you of your favorite people who are now departed into the other realm.
That's
And
very
have a
nice.
conversation with them. Tell them you love them and miss them. Talk about what you remember. Just because they're always with us anyway. They're always paying attention to what we're doing and what we're thinking. They hear our thoughts when we're thinking of them. So it's it's taking that time to set aside to honor them and communicate with them.
Liberty, thank you, and thank Witchy for us as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Neil says he's coming over tomorrow. Neil, there's going to be plenty for you for the next month, so come on down. Listen, thank you, Liberty. Thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate it. You know, we've had thousands and thousands and thousands of downloads over the last year, and we really appreciate that. We really do. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. Next week, we have a very special program. It'll just be an interview. It's an interview with the author of The Wine Bible, and I'm really looking forward to that. I think it'll be enlightening as we toast wine almost on every show, or some kind of adult beverage. Listen, thank you for watching. Carol, as always, thank you. Thank you, John and Neil and everybody else, Heidi, Tom, for watching. And again, if you're watching this not live, you can always make comments. We always appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.